Patrick, hey Sean, do you think it's harder to enjoy The Mandalorian after Andor set the bar for quality writing so high? I think that there is a lot of truth to that. There's something to that. Of when you have seen a Star Wars show that feels like it fits in that universe, but it has complex characters, intense world building, practical sets, and then you go back to The Mandalorian, which was always pretty simple storytelling, intentionally. It was kind of bare bones, back to the basics, but also back to what we love about Star Wars. When you have that thing to contrast it with, I think it definitely highlights some of the weakness of The Mandalorian. And the novelty of weekly Star Wars was, I think, obliterated by last year. We had, between the two shows, we had over 20 weekly episodes. Over half the weeks, actually throwing Bad Batch, over half the weeks last year you had a weekly dose of Star Wars. And I think the novelty of, hey, we're having fun in the world of Star Wars and we're having a little adventure, we're having a little shootout, that novelty's gone. And the viewership of The Mandalorian dramatically dropped from Season 2's premiere, Book of Boba Fett's premiere, from Obi-Wan Kenobi's premiere. It's dropped. And I think that hey, it's Star Wars. Wow, we got some weekly is gone. I've said this many times before that my family, for the first two seasons, we woke up at 6 a.m. to watch the episode before the kids went to school. 2 of the 3 episodes that have debuted of Season 3, we were like, I guess we'll sleep in. One of them we watched 2 days later. That rush, that urgency was kind of gone. And when you've had something like Andor that is shown, you don't just need to have Star Wars. You can actually have intense writing. It highlights the problems, especially if you watch like this week's episode that was very much kind of an Andor episode minus being Andor. It was a shift of genre, shift of focus, much more psychological, very much the sort of stuff they did effectively on Andor. And it felt out of place on Mandalorian because it was out of place and it was a shift of genre. But it was also trying to do Mandalorian while also doing Andor. And you could tell there was a gap in the quality of the writing and intensity of what they were trying to do. So I definitely think that I felt that. I don't know that everyone would feel that because some people didn't like Andor. They thought it was too slow. And so getting back to the action-based nature of Mando was appreciated. But, I look at Andor and I go, you can do this. I think you can have a little bit more complexity on Mandalorian. But the season 3 of Mandalorian, I think that they're struggling. We're 3 episodes in, and the spark's not quite there. In particular, episode 2 felt like there was a dramatic lack of energy that like Mando goes to Mandalore, and it didn't feel nearly as special as it should have. That's not good. So something I think is off. But I said that last year too about that writing team. I put out a video and answered some questions on here talking about my concerns about Mandalorian, and unfortunately they're feeling pretty true right now. Most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.